Oh, in terms of getting their day started. But I think these head-to-head is very close, actually. So we'll see what happens when we load this up.
Yep, this is the drop shot map. It is all hexagons. So the entire map also a large hexagon. You can see half the field there, that middle dividing line as we get into the game here. Usually this will be a 2-1 scoreline because your floor does reset after a goal goes in. Once the ball drops through the floor, it kind of almost functions like a stock in a fighting game.
And also one very important note is that there's no boost pads. You see there's no boost pads on the field. It recharges. So you have to get into a good rhythm where you're letting your boost charge up, because if you're running around with nothing, you're useless to your team.
Positioning here is going to be also like very important too. You want to have somebody in the back too. That's actually really a good start though for Team FairyPeak. It looks like they almost actually got a gate open, but does get knocked away here towards the end. And man, you could tell just kind of like that battle just for the slight ball touches in the air. It's been a fight, but I think so far Team FairyPeak definitely has the advantage, especially with that. I think that's going to do it. Yep, Eversax is going to score the first goal.
Huge gate opened up there. You saw Fairy getting up and redirecting that. And then that hit off the wall. It's so hard to read because it's not like normal Rocket League where you're defending that goal. When the whole floor's a goal, it's like trying to play that 0-second game, except for your life. And it can be tough a lot. That was a very smart hit off the wall, making things difficult for the defenders.
He's trying to do it again. One of the smart things you're watching a lot do is as he approaches these balls on the wall, he's making sure to hit it with the underside of his car so it barely bounces at all and just drops straight onto the tiles below. Twice in a row.
Saw Kaydop. Yeah, Kaydop, though, able to deal with that pressure. That was coming right at those tiles, and you can see how targeted this attack is from Team FairyPeak. And there's a small window right now for Team Kaydop, and they're going to need to work with that. They don't have much damage at all. They do have 2 tiles where they can score, but you see how much pressure is going on. They're really favoring that left side of the field. Team FairyPeak not letting off the gas.
There's no more pressure from Team FairyPeak. They have a chance too. They could increase the scoreline to 2, and I mean a 2-goal lead in a drop shot match, especially with this one being played in the air so much, could be the game early as that drops in, and it's going to be a lot picking up the second goal.
That's the danger of that arc on the corner of the ceiling. A lot of times you see players use that to get it down right in front of net. That one bouncing off the corner and right in.
What an angle.
Yeah, a lot. There's a reason Jesse wanted to pick him, even though he was already taking a lot. He's going to bring a lot to a team, especially when he's labeled as content creator. He really has a lot of skill, and he's showing it there.
Now we need to see how Team Kaydop can necessarily get back into this. Right now it's just managing the ball a bit well. Orb trying to find his place. And I think, especially for Orb too, he can get things kind of under control here. Or at least like be that kind of outlier, as I think a lot of people in here don't necessarily know what he can do on a drop shot field. All it takes is one good play from him, and it could push Team Kaydop in a favorable position. They've been able to get some damage, but Team FairyPeak just still on their half.
And a lot's probably going to really despise what I'm going to say here, but you see him cherry picking, waiting up on the side of the wall. You see how he's just staying deep in the blue half. It's crazy to see how Team Fairy is not even on their half whatsoever. Generally, you see players spaced out a bit more, but it has been a suffocating attack from Team FairyPeak.
Oh, chance here. That's going to be some more damage and maybe a chance. Good save from Orb.
Nice.
It does end up coming up here big, but can Team Kaydop turn this around? And got 1:20 to score 2 goals. And first things first, they got to be able to control the ball. This one looks like it could be another one. Oh my goodness alive. What a goal.
Was this a single tile?
Yeah.
He hits a single tile opening here. Taking it off that tile. That was placement from a lot.
How much drop shot does he play?
That's his style. He's a scorer.
I mean, the greatest goal of Alat's RLCS career was like a doink off the ceiling. Basically a drop shot.
I do remember that one. Yeah, that angle was incredible.
Yeah.
And more damage coming out. I look forward to seeing the damage that Team FairyPeak has done. It has been an onslaught. Really, from kickoff, Team FairyPeak, they're opening up another giant gate. And I'm feeling pretty confident with my pick there.
Oh.
Wave. Team FairyPeak is looking ferocious.
Yeah, this has been very dominant. I mean, a 3-0 is kind of an unheard of scoreline in drop shot. Because reminder, your tiles reset when you score, or their tiles reset when they score. We'll move over to the other game, which is, oh no, we'll go to Kaydop's perspective here. Do they finally get one? They do. Hey, it goes in. They freed up like 2 tiles across 5 minutes of gameplay, Dazrin.
Nice.
Yeah, and now at least they're finally able to actually like get a goal through here. So it does show you, okay, the pressure is working out in their favor, but at this point with 11 seconds left, it looks like at least this game is too far gone, and that's going to be one off the kickoff for a lot. Just pure speed to pick up the 4th goal.
It was half the floor was an open target. A lot. That Orb, yeah, he was going up against Orb on the kickoff, and Orb versus a lot in the aerial speed game. I think you're going to bet on a lot in that situation.
Bet on them a lot of the time. Sorry.
How many times can we say a lot?
Forgive you.
I mean, to be fair, James did say it like 5 times in a sentence.
A lot?
Yeah.
I say it, don't I?
Yeah, you do.
The worst. Oh.
Game. FairyPeak.
Game.
Team FairyPeak doing wonders, and you know, I mean,